Good morning. We all know that when you say something, your words cannot be taken back. A word spoken in a moment causes a lifetime of pain. I know that from personal experience. When a harsh word is spoken to you out of anger and carelessness, it just cuts deep into the fibers of your soul. What wounds your heart also affects your emotional center and leaves a permanent memory of that painful moment to be replayed over and over again until you forgive them. Forgiveness releases that pain from you. And it shouldn't have to be said because we already know it hurts, but in the heat of the moment, we do not think about the years of pain that will be inflicted. And David knew this very well, for he says in Psalms 141, verse 3, "Set a guard, O Lord, over my mouth. Keep a watch over the door of my lips." If you read that verse, "O Lord" is capitalized. Set a guard, O Lord, over my mouth and keep watch over the door of my lips. He was really being serious when praying that to the Lord. We are to set a guard over our mouths, to always be careful with everything that we say. We know how much positive words affect us. We already know that when we say an encouraging word to someone, and or even tell them that you love them, and so does Jesus, more times than not, it brings tears of joy down their faces. Why? Because those in the world desperately need to hear it. People out there in the world need to be loved, accepted, and showered with positive, uplifting words. Not only those in your family, not only your aunts and uncles, your grandpa and grandma, and your grandkids, your nephews, but strangers out there in the world need to hear it as well. They need to be showered with kindness and being well mannered and say, "Hey, I've got all day. You go ahead and go in front of me," or whatever it is of acts of kindness that you can do for somebody else. It leaves a lasting memory that there is good people in the world, and also it encourages them to be good as well and to pass that goodness on to others. Because you'll be surprised that when you're kind and loving to somebody and say a nice word to them that they're just like taken aback, and they desperately need that. We all do. Here's the thing: if our good words bring joy, love, and self-worth, then why wouldn't the opposite be true? When I was between 9 and 12 years old, my parents said words to me in a really, really negative way, and it just left me with years of feeling rejected, and you know, and so I know what it's like. Those words that were spoken in that moment, I just replayed it over and over in my mind for years. So I know personally how much words can hurt, how much words can affect us personally, and it affected my self-esteem. It even affected my walk with God, because if I did anything wrong, instead of forgiving, I would hold it over myself and beat myself up over it. Finally, I come to a point where no, I forgive myself and it's all good. But see, all the more reason that we need to encourage one another and build one another up. I mean, hey, life is tough on all of us. We all go through trials, loss, and heartbreaks, and to the point that we are overwhelmed. But when out in public, people may be grouchy because because of the hurt that they have been through, and they put up emotional barrier that keeps that hurt from happening again. But we can change the world and bring them to Christ by showering them with love and compassion. I mean, let's face it, it's not easy to build up ourselves, so we need one another's encouragement. Have you ever been there when you said, well, I would encourage myself, but I was having such a good pity party. And, having a good pity party is not a good thing. It's far more better to think well of yourself and build yourself up, but it's not easy. We need somebody else to redirect our thinking, because sometimes our minds can be on a one-track road, And we need someone else to step in and say, hey, you're thinking differently. I love you, I care for you, and you are a good person. You are a worthy person. Speak positive words into their mind that they are worthy, they are loved, they are valuable, and they are priceless. People need to hear these positive, upbuilding words, because as you think, so you act, and so that's who you are. And so you can really change the world by the words that we use. You have a great day.